See, the engineer drives the rig, pumps the rig, establishes the water supply, charges the tack lines. You guys obviously aren't going to drive the rigs, but you'll signify that you're in this position, okay? So when the rig reaches the fire, reaches its destination, you're going to sit up front with me, right next to me. You'll step out of the rig, come around the front of the apparatus. Your first priority is to apply the hose clamp and call for water. Look at our first coupling coming out of the hose bed. It's our only coupling. It's a minimum of 20 feet once I apply my clamp 5 to 6 feet back from the coupling on the supply side. My supply being the fire hydrant. Okay? Alright. Clamp from right to left unless what? Unless this hose was against that curb and our hydrant was over there, I'd latch away, right? Step over, foot it. Now, where's my hydrant person? I turn to the hydrant person. Just be careful, it's going to slide. Call for water. Water! Water coming! Hey, hey. You got to see this. Water coming! Okay, now watch how far this thing will slide forward. Open it fast. Come on, open it fast. That's it. It wasn't very dramatic, but last time it slid farther forward. Understand, your leg will not stop this thing from sliding, right? Your leg will break. There's too much weight and water in this hose, too much pressure. It's leaking a little bit. Alright. You guys all understand why we never stand in front of the clamp? Can you see that now?
Yes, sir.
You all understand why we never stand on the hinge side? If this thing were to pop open and break your leg. And you all understand why we never clamp on the opposite side of the coupling. If it starts to slide, you can see all that water is going to push it violently forward and injure somebody. Okay, so those are your 3 fail points on the clamp. It still applies from hose nozzle and fitting to the hose weight. Okay, questions on that so far? Your job now is to do what? You got to follow the hose and make sure there's no kink. So let's just say that's a kink right there, right? So you're going to go 6 to 10 feet away from the kink, not right next to the kink, and push the hose out a little bit. Good. All right. That's very good. Good, good. That's how we get kinks out. Okay? Sure. Now, no coaching, guys. No coaching. Nobody says anything. All right. After the engineer or clamp person applies the clamp, we call for water. The next thing we do, we walk back over this way. You will then get your fitting. Place it on the running board. Take your cap off. Put the cap on the running board, chrome side up. Place your fitting on. Gasket, swivel, threads all clear, no obstructions. Okay, once you put your fitting on, you'll head to the back here. You don't need to step up on the tailboard. You don't need to go into the hose bed. Put your back to the tailboard. Grab the hose right at shoulder length, like this. Pull it straight out at an angle till the coupling comes. I switch hands. Put it in my right hand. Now, could I just simply turn and go this way? Look what it's doing to my shoulder, right? You're going to injure yourself that way. Simple. Switch hands. Come at an angle this way, and you're going to pull until you get that slack out in front of the clamp there. And then just drop the hose. Okay? Your job is to pull adequate hose out of the hose bed to connect to that intake. Okay? If that coupling were 40 feet back, and I had only 10 feet of hose in the bed, you'd think I might have a problem. I might come up short trying to connect, right? So I need to pull an extra 50 feet of hose. And that doesn't mean I'd go back 50 feet. I'd go back maybe 20. Drop that loop, come back, do it again till the coupling drops, switch hands, and then bring it around. All right, next thing I do, foot tilt method. Okay, I pick them both up, and you don't leave any open butts on the ground, right? I take my coupling, throw it up there, get a nice bite of hose again. As I come over this way, throw it over, so I have a nice clean arc going into my intake. Gasket, swivel, thread, no obstructions. hydrant person who's standing by the clamp.
Nozzle down, fails good.
Water!
Water coming!
So you see that little bit of weight, right? That's what I'm talking about. You will not stop that with your leg. Okay? Once he takes the clamp off, he'll simply bring it up and place it underneath the tailboard. If this were a reverse lay, you would take it off and leave it in the street off to the side, laying outside. But forward lay, you're coming to the rig anyway. Because you got to remember, I need that firefighter on the fire ground. Right? His job was initially to charge the hydrant. He checks the kinks. He supplies water to the apparatus. Now I need him to fight fire. Okay? Yes?
Can you repeat that, sir? The reverse lay, you said if this was a reverse lay.
Don't worry about reverses right now. You'll do that next week. So reverse lay goes from fire to hydrant, right? So you're stripping the rig, you're pulling the lines off, you're sending the rig as fast as you can. So you wouldn't run all the way back to the rig that's 600 feet away to put your hose back away, right? You would just set it down off to the side, lay it flat. But since the rig's right there, just take it up. You can lay it down, just slide it under the tailboard so nobody steps on it. Okay, any questions on that? So this is a two-position evolution. Hydrant person, clamp person. What's the first thing the clamp person does? Clamps the line right away, calls for water. Next thing he does is grabs your fitting, take off your cap, apply your fitting, pull adequate hose to connect to your intake, disconnect the coupling, throw the open butt inside, connect, call for water. It's a relatively simple evolution. It really isn't that difficult. If you guys do it exactly the way I just showed you, you should have zero problems with this. Cool?
Yes, sir.
Now, if my intake was on the right side of the rig, on the other side, I would simply be on this side of the hose. I'd grab it with my right hand, pull it out to the coupling drop, switch to my left, bring it out wide and connect it to that side. Exact same technique, just a different side.
So you're always just doing the opposite hand?
Opposite hand. So if I was going to connect on this side, I'd grab it with my right, pull it out, switch with my left, and then bring it around once the coupling drops. Anybody not understand that? Good?
Very good.
All right, let's go ahead and shut the hydrant down. I'm going to show you guys how to bleed the pressure out. Chow, come on over here. Go ahead and take this plug off right here. Shut down. Go ahead, take the plug off. It's not going to do anything. Might have a little pressure there. Ah, God, that thing's stuck. Okay. I'll hold this and you pull the plug off. Go ahead. Oh, yeah. Okay, grab a paddle right there really quick. See if you remember how to use this banner. Alright, not bad, man. Remember. Alright, you should be able to do it by hand now. Go ahead. It's because all these valves leak by, so there's a little pressure on it. Alright, stand right here, right next to the hose. Open up that valve right there. Open it up, pull it up, pull it up. Alright, and so keep that cap off and put it in the cabinet there. Just go ahead and drain this hose and load it up quick.
He was coming because when I was sitting right there doing the thing. I was thinking, man.
Well, this part, you do it before when you guys were over there?
You need a hold down.
I saw you do it.
Shal, you're too easy, man.
I think just came straight towards me.
Pattern.